This video is brought to you by Thash Bio Academy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you are doing good. First and foremost, I have to apologize because I did not post much contents lately. I think for about a year, there's only very few contents. Partially, it's because of my medical condition, because of my surgery. And I made a whole video of that in my YouTube channel. You can go and check it out over there. But another reason is some personal issues, some other responsibilities. But to cut the story short, I made a promise to myself that after this I will try to make more contents regularly. And for those of you who are watching this video and who've been supporting me from the beginning, I have to thank you guys. And as a gratitude, I will do my best to post more and more useful, knowledgeable content. Now, it's also part of my selfish want to create a knowledgeable, educated society, and this YouTube channel is part of that selfish motive. But I think sometimes selfish motive can be good to others as well, and selfish isn't actually a bad thing at all. So yeah, part of that selfish motive is this video where I try to post contents which informs you of maybe things that you have never heard before, or find solution to problems in the world. And I also want you to be part of this journey by commenting below in this YouTube video, commenting what kind of video you want me to make, what kind of topic you want me to talk, and what kind of issues that you want to share, or maybe your own opinion of things. Maybe you may not agree with me for certain things, which is totally fine, because no two brains are the same, I believe. So I welcome opposing opinion any time of the day. So keeping that aside, today, as you looked at the thumbnail, right, it says that the brain that the language understanding the brain, the language that the brain understanding the language that your brain understands, and also how to use this knowledge, right, to set goals in your life. You see, goal setting is part of a successful man's plan. I would always say this, because successful people, right, always set their goal. Only very few minorities of them where they're lucky enough for great things to happen to them in their life at an unexpected moment, but it doesn't happen for all. Rome wasn't built in a day, right, or a night. It took much effort, it took a lot of planning. And similarly, when you set goals, you need a lot of planning, you need a lot of effort, right? Elon Musk didn't become a billionaire by just luck, right? He took effort, he made the right decisions, he made plans. But now, let's not go to Elon Musk, let's just talk about the basic level. Now, before you set your goal, right, you have to understand the language that your brain will understand. What do I mean by language? You see, we have a lot of language in the world, right? Some of you may speak in English, some of you speak in Malay, Tamil, Chinese, and so on and on. Now, these are communicating language that you learn from your parents or your surrounding or your teachers, and you use that to communicate with people of different ethnicity, different background, different language, But there is one common language that any person, regardless of their race, their upbringing, their background, regardless of any single damn thing, there is one language that universally every brain will understand. Every single person's brain will understand this language. Now, what is that language? Ladies and gentlemen, that language is called repetition. Yes, repetition is the language that the brain understands. Right? Trust me, I graduated in psychology and most of my papers were on neuro. So I think I know a little bit about the brain for me to say this thing, that the language that the brain understands is repetition. Yes. You repeatedly tell something to your brain. You repeatedly believe that you are sad, you are depressed, you are having a bad day, and your brain will believe that. And eventually your quality of your life will drop. You will turn into what you think, You become what you think. There's always a saying, right? You become what you think, or you become what you consume, right? I mean, your mental, what you consume in your head. So it is true. It is true. Now, this thing happens because your brain loves repetition. You present it with an information over and over and over again, it's going to believe that, it's going to act on that. That's how the brain works. For example, right, let's say you are learning how to cycle. The first time you cycle, you fall. Second time, fall. Third time, fall. Eventually, as you repeat, you get better at it and you become a professional at it, right? Cristiano Ronaldo did not become the best football player. Messi for the record. Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, I don't want to be biased. Okay, Messi, Ronaldo, Pele, Maradona, or whoever it is, they did not become the best in the world just by saying that they want to become the best in the world. They act on it. They repeatedly do the same thing over and over and over and over again without getting their head messed up with so many. Ronaldo didn't say one day I'm going to play football, the other day I'm going to be a swimmer, the other day I'm going to play cricket. He didn't do that, right? He didn't do that. Every single damn day he got up in the morning and he repeatedly practiced. And eventually the brain understood what he wanted. And that is why he's the best player in the world today. Repetition. Ladies and gentlemen, repetition is the language that your brain understands. You tell your brain, right? You tell your brain, sometimes you might have walked past a street all your life and nothing happened, and suddenly somebody comes and tell you, there's an old house there by the street. Yeah, somebody died there a week ago, or somebody died there some months ago, and I heard news of people screaming from the house at night. They create up all these stories in your head, make you to believe that, and you repeatedly keep on thinking about it. The first day you cross the same street, these things strike your head and you start to look at the house and you start to wonder maybe if it's true. The next day you do the same thing. The third day you do the same thing. The fourth day you do the same thing. Eventually at one point you will start to hear the noise which did not even exist there in the first place. Because ladies and gentlemen, that is how your brain works. Repetition. That's how the brain works. So you repeatedly present an information to your brain, it becomes true. Ladies and gentlemen, when you are setting up your goal, make sure you are clear with what you want. Step number 1, you have to be clear with your goal, right? What is your goal? You want to score A? You want to score 10 A's in your SPM? You want to score 9 A's, 1 B? You want to get a job that pays you 7,000? You want to get a job that pays you 2,000? You are willing to take a stressful job for a good pay? Or you're okay with a low income pay but a stress-free life? What do you want? What's your goal? You want to send rocket to Neptune? I think Elon Musk is already sending to Mars, so you have to go a bit further. Or you want to move people, evacuate people and move them to the moon? You want to build a house in the moon? What do you want? Decide on that first. Once you have decided on that, write it down. Write it down on a piece of paper. Draw it, sketch it, whatever you want. But when you look at it, you must recall back what you want. So do it in a way. Some of you are good in art, right? So you just draw it. Write it down on a book if you're not good in art. Do something and stick it in a place where you can look at it daily. You save it in your phone background. I'm pretty sure you guys are addicted to phone, right? Put it as your phone background, set it as your phone background, right? Or maybe stick it in your room, stick it on your wall, stick it in your washroom, wherever you want. But look at it every single day. When you wake up in the morning, you look at it. Whenever you get a chance, look at it. Imagine that you already achieved that. Imagine that that's already happened. Imagine that you already attained that. Feel the emotions that you would feel when that thing comes a reality. Assuming that it's already happened, feel that emotion. imagine it. Send a clear message to your brain what you want and repeatedly keep telling your brain and it will happen to you. That's how the brain works, right? But of course, it have to be logical. You don't say that suddenly you want to have wings and fly and repeatedly think about it, then you might end up with some severe mental disorder and you might have to come and see me for that. So I don't want that to happen, right? Instead, think of something practical, set your goal, a practical goal, and write it down, draw it, keep it in front of you, look at it, speak to yourself, feel like that is already done and dusted, like you already achieved it, right? Repeatedly, and act on it. Things will happen to you, all right? So this is what I would love to share with you for today. Let me know what do you want me to talk about for the next video. I will do my best. And I have actually a list of things that I just written down to talk. Some historical events, some psychology. Today, whatever I'm talking today is purely on psychology. Some biology, some physics phenomena, something about the planet, something about maybe cars, or you want me to talk about food, you want me to talk about cooking, you want me to talk about makeup, anything. If I know, I would share with you. Okay, right. Cheers. I'll see you all in the next video. Take care and love you guys.